That's not who I am.
Okay, that was the trailer for AutFest, the second one. I'm here with Matt Asner from the Autism Society of America. Coby Bird is here with us. And we just saw the trailer for it, and amazing, right? But wasn't the music fabulous? And where did the music come from, Mr. Asner?
Well, the music is actually an original composition from a band that I was in, so that I'm in.
Like, as if, like, you're talented enough,
Well,
but yes. And I have one of your CDs, and you gave it to me, and I love it.
Thank you.
And it's amazing. You know, can people buy that CD?
You can go to iTunes and get it. It's called a band called Grand Manor, and go check it out.
Okay, and if you have any love for an '80s kind of a feel,
Little
for
80s
music,
vibe,
Yes.
little
but more
post-punk
like,
alternative.
I'm telling you, you will love it.
Yeah.
You will absolutely love it. It's really amazing, and he's amazing. You're an amazing singer. I was just
Thank
saying to him, your voice sounds.
They didn't hear my
different than
voice
you
on
think.
that, but
No, but okay.
If you want to hear my voice, go to iTunes and
Yeah,
or
go
Spotify.
listen to something, Grand Manor,
definitely
and you'll
will.
be like, whoa. Okay, so there's that.
There's that.
But then the AutFest is coming up, and this is your baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the second one of it. I'm very excited. Kobe's excited. He's going to be on our red carpet.
Well, I
for
got to say
Autism
something
Live.
here.
Yes,
I mean,
okay.
I'm a little excited. I'm a little starstruck, I got to say.
Right?
I really am. I'm glad to meet, we
Yeah.
finally meet.
You too,
and,
you too.
I'm a little starstruck.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this weekend. It's really, it's
I'm,
really cool.
I'm impressed by your work as an actor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't that
I'm
a
glad.
wonderful thing?
I'm glad that that you can be a part of AutFest.
Yeah,
So I look forward to the
totally.
red carpet and talking to you on the red carpet.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be a wonderful
really
thing.
cool.
And we get full of Coby, we borrow him because
Yeah.
he's not officially ours. But we borrow you because you're part of our community, and we are so proud of you, Coby.
Thank you.
So proud of you and all that you have done.
Thank you.
And I have to say, we're really proud of the people that are all involved in the AutFest, because there's some amazing work. And when you see the breadth and the depth of all the different things that have to do with the autism community represented in the entertainment industry, I gotta say, it's very exciting and hopeful to me.
Well, when we first started doing this, the question I got most from everyone is, are there enough films to really kind of do this? And,
Yeah.
What are we doing here? And, of course, I'm an optimist. So, so I said, of course there are enough films. What are you talking about? Of course there are. And if there aren't, then we'll inspire people to make films. That's what we want. We want people to make more films where autism is a part of what they're talking about. And, this year we had more films submitted than we did last year.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's what you hope for.
right, of course.
But it was I was so impressed by the stuff that we got in, and unfortunately we couldn't show everything.
Right? You couldn't take everything.
Yes.
But I
But
think,
what are the guidelines? What, in order to apply, what are the rules?
well, for domestic films, there's a little different bit of there's a little different story, and for domestic films, we're looking for films that are really in the last 2 years.
Okay.
For foreign films, we're looking for films done probably in the last 6 to 8 years.
Okay.
Maybe they haven't been shown here, so we're really looking to highlight cinema that says something about
Okay.
autism.
Should we dive in and talk
Sure,
about
let's talk
what's
about
there?
the films that we have.
So it's 2 days, and starting on the first day, tell us a little bit about lineup, and I've got it here if we want to refer to it, because it's
Okay.
a lot to remember.
Well, the first day we start, and do we have a schedule? Do we have a
Yeah,
schedule?
so all of these are in
okay, I
order
see.
with
I see.
the 10
All right, so
o'clock.
I'm going to use this as my list.
You can, and there's 2 of them here. You can have one,
then
and I
I'll
can
just
have
use
one.
my list. here.
Okay, all right.
So the first day we have a block of shorts. That's how we start every festival, with the block of shorts. And so basically it's 2 hours of these amazing short films that have been made by really inspiring, wonderful people.
Yes.
They can be drama, they can be comedy, they could be musical, they can be documentary. I think in this block of shorts, there is a wonderful assortment
A
of...
plethora? Were you going to say a plethora?
It's an all sort of shorts. And
I love
it
it.
is, it's just amazing. Some really talented people. There's two shorts from Spectrum Laboratory.
Who we love.
Who and you know, when these came out, when these little shorts that they do come out, they're wonderful.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that our committee, who selects all the films, selected these two short films. One is The Big Mouth, which Dominique Brown did, and the other one is The Girl Inside, which and I'm sorry, Abby. Abby, and I can't remember.
I know
last name.
exactly who you're talking about, but I can't come up with her
you know,
name either.
wonderful, insightful things that you're not going to really see anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that we're featuring these. There's a great drama named titled Circumstantial, which is about a young man who's homeless, and he gets caught up in something he doesn't really want to get caught up in, which is something that really happens out there.
Yes.
And it's a bit hard to watch, but I think a very important message to people about autism acceptance.
Yeah.
And so a very important film. Extraordinary People, which is about the great program out of North Carolina called Extraordinary Ventures, which is all about employment. So it's a great film about extraordinary ventures. The Girl Inside, which I mentioned. My Grown-Up Family and Autism, which is a really interesting short about this woman from the BBC, like 15 years ago, made this award-winning documentary about this family of 7 children, 5 of whom had autism.
Wow.
And she goes back and visits them 15 years later.
Wow.
And retells the story of 3 of the kids.
Wow.
And it's an amazing story. I mean, it's just
Remarkable.
really incredible. And that's from Great Britain.
Love it.
The Odd One In, which is, I believe, from Canada, which is a story of, you know, kind of an anthology kind of story about 5 people who are, you know, artistic. The Pursuit of Justice, which is about self-determination, which is an important topic these days. Sisterly, which is about a sisterly relationship, a sister and her sister with autism. So it's a fantastic story and really well done. Very great filmmaking in that.
And so a nice mix too of narrative stories, documentaries, and the music videos.
Exactly.
So very entertaining to sit and watch and get a wide range.
And each of these shorts find different ways to tell their story.
Yes.
So it's a really interesting kind of lesson in filmmaking.
Absolutely.
You get to see all these different ways that people convey their own stories.
Absolutely.
So it's wonderful.
So that's all at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Yeah, and I really suggest if you can get up in the morning and get there to AutFest, the block of shorts is really something that people want to see.
Right.
Because it's a variety. It's an all sort.
And you can buy a ticket to just see one block, which it would be the shorts, or you can buy a ticket for the entire weekend.
You can actually buy a ticket for one day as well.
Oh, that's also.
So you can buy, if you want to just go Saturday or Sunday, you can buy tickets for all the films on Saturday, you know, or all the films on Sunday. You can buy a 2-day pass. You can buy a 2-day pass plus the reception, which everyone should want to go to because it's going to be amazing.
Want to do that.
And that's where we give the awards out. And,
yes, and that's where you really get to hobnob and rub elbows with people.
Sure.
But I will say this, if you come early to the shorts, we will already be there and you'll get to meet Coby.
There we go.
So, plus which there will be people from the shorts that I imagine will be there as well. So
yes, there will.
That will be a very exciting thing. Okay, so then moving on Saturday, we get to 12:45 on Saturday, and I'm really happy that you included this on the schedule this year. Do you want to say?
Well, it's interesting. You know, it was a latecomer to the festival, which is interesting. I mean, and I think no one really kind of said, hey, we should really look at that film. So we ended up looking at the film and we're like, we got to have this. This is amazing. And it's a mainstream film that who's one of the main characters, who happens to be a superhero.
Right.
Is autistic. So how great. The Blue Power Ranger, of course, and I'm talking about the Power Rangers.
Yes.
And so the Power Rangers are going to show 12:45.
Love that.
And we're going to have a panel afterwards. So if you stick around, you get to meet the actors that are involved in the film.
Yes.
And they're going to talk about making the film and what it was like playing the Blue Power Ranger, and it's going to be amazing.
Last year on your red carpet, we had coming through the line with all the people that were there. You never really know exactly who you're going to meet on the red carpet, but Becky G was there.
Yes.
And for those of you who love music and love especially Latin music, She's amazing, amazing artist, and she's
Really
in the
sweet girl,
film.
too.
Very sweet girl, and she was there with her brother, who was on. I did not know that her brother is on the autism spectrum.
Yeah.
And so she was there on the red carpet with her brother, and she was talking about the Power Rangers. And we had a moment where she said, "I hope next year the Power Rangers is here at the
Well, there we
AutFest."
go.
So full circle moment. Love, love, love.
And she was the pink Power Ranger, right?
And we hope that she will be back there again. So if you guys love Becky G, who's amazing,
I'm not saying anything. I don't know anything.
yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know whether
here.
she's going to be there, but she had said, "I hope that it's here next
here we
year,"
go.
and there it is. So Becky G, come on down. Okay, so next is a movie that I watched just yesterday, and it had.
You were preparing for the festival.
Head,
so
yes,
You watched it.
head below. Well, I wanted to watch it anyway, but I had said to you last week when you told me it's Dina, is the film, and you had told me that it was going to be, and I said, I've been meaning to watch that. It's available. You can watch it right now on Amazon. You have to pay for it, but
But you don't want to watch it on Amazon.
no,
You want to watch it in a theater.
I wanted to watch it on the big screen,
theater.
but preparing for
Right.
interviews.
That's the best way to watch a movie, to watch
That
it on the big
is
screen.
I agree.
It really
absolutely.
is.
How
It is.
movies are meant to be made.
But
They're
I'm
to see.
telling, I'm telling you, what is it that Katy Perry says? Wig blown, wig blown.
Yeah.
I am still stunned by
It's a
this
pretty
film.
incredible film.
Oh yes, everybody needs to see this movie. So that's happening at 3:45.
Yeah, 3:45.
3:45. Then a film that I don't know as much about, Matt, that I need to do some more research on. So fill me in.
Another drama, Randy's
Canvas.
Canvas.
Okay.
And it's a film, a fictional film about a young man who's autistic, an artist, and he falls in love for the first time. And it's really about the roller coaster of love and what it does to
Which
you
is
inside.
kind of a running theme in a lot of these, which I love.
Well, that's the one thing I think. This year we see a pattern of love and relationships, and which is interesting because we're going to have a panel at the end of the evening
Yes.
about love and relationships,
Yeah.
which people won't want to miss. But that really is an ongoing theme.
Yeah.
And,
Well, of
and,
course. It's
I
life.
think we're seeing a lot of kids that were diagnosed, in the 80s, 90s, growing up and finding love, finding relationships,
exactly.
and it's an important part of life, and
Yeah.
and that's what we want. We want everyone to live a
course we
rich
do.
and beautiful life, and finding someone to love is an important part of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the
Go on.
last film on Saturday at 8:00, I have a feeling that you and I, Coby, are really going to like this movie. It's a Disney movie, but it's a
Yes.
Disney movie that a lot of us missed in the first go-round.
Oh,
Tell
really?
us why.
Well, it's a Bollywood film. So the committee got together, and one of the things the committee really stresses when they look at films and when we're accepting films, and especially the films that we're looking for when we're trying to reach out to people. We're looking for foreign films. We want this to be an international festival. We want to look, this is all about looking at other lives and seeing how different cultures deal with autism and how it is in different cultures.
Yeah.
And so one of those cultures that we wanted to feature is India and Bollywood, and we wanted to have that element of fun at the festival. So we tasked the committee to do a little research and look into film, and we came up with this incredible film called Barfi, which is a strange title for Americans,
Yeah, Barfi. There we
Barfi.
go.
but really an incredible film. And if you haven't seen Barfi,
I haven't. I've seen a trailer.
well, just the trailer alone. I mean, if you're at
Amazing.
home, and you're watching this after you're done watching this,
Yeah.
because we don't want you to leave now.
Right.
After you're done watching this, look up the trailer for Barfi because it's really a fun movie. And if
Yeah.
you're thinking of coming on Saturday night, come on Saturday night and watch
Yeah.
Barfi because it's just a really fantastic film.
Yeah.
It's magical. There's
Yeah.
a lot of magic in it.
Absolutely.
Just
Like
like
Disney.
Disney.
Well,
Very
yeah, it's like Disney,
you know?
but it's
Yeah.
if you haven't seen a Bollywood film, it is a Bollywood film,
Right.
and it's just really amazing.
really lovely.
Yeah.
So different from everything else.
So that's going to be Saturday at 8:00, and then afterwards is that panel of love and relationships.
And we
with
have
an
some
all-star
incredible
guest.
people. on
Yes.
that. Lindsay Nebeker, who's with the Autism Society of America.
Yeah.
She's an amazing person. Great story, and really insightful knowledge about love and relationships.
Yeah.
Alex Plank is
Who we
joining us.
love.
and who's amazing
And has
in his
got a
own
lot
right.
to say about this. I'm
Lot
sure.
to say about this. Then we have Danny Bowman, who is what can we say? I mean,
Danny Bowman is amazing and an artist and a filmmaker in her own right, but she, what is today, I don't know, and she's a young woman, but the last time I saw Danny, it was very clear that Danny was in love, and I can't wait to hear if Danny is still in love.
I think she is.
Well, I'm going to guess that
like
she
it.
is, but in life,
You never
sometimes
know.
that comes and goes. But the last time I saw her, she was in love, and it was one of the happiest things I've ever seen.
And I've known, I'm sure you have too. I've known Danny since she was.
I've known Danny for
in her, early
7
teens,
years.
I think. Yeah.
And to see her in love and to see how that's happening
Incredible.
is a thing that it's what we
It's
all
great.
want for everybody that
I
we
do
care
too.
about, right?
I do too.
Yeah. So she'll be on that panel, and then there are more
And
people.
Tammy Klein and Chris Tenney, who's the son of one of our committee members, and actually a very funny comedian.
We've actually had him on the show.
Yeah, he's very
So,
funny.
very
And
funny.
Tara Reisbaum, who's
Very
an
wonderful.
autism consultant. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great panel.
Okay,
And
we're probably going to go over because we're running low on time.
We're,
but so
we're just
gonna-
getting to Sunday.
Right, we're just getting to, so that's Saturday, but be prepared, you guys. We might
Yay.
go a couple of minutes over. We can't go too long over,
Good.
but okay, so
We'll
then we get
race
into
through the last couple of
okay,
films.
so we get to Sunday, a film that you and I watched together,
Yes.
Coby. Please stand by.
Yes. And if you haven't
Great
seen
film.
Please Stand By,
What are you doing?
It's a great
you
film.
need to come to the theater and see this because you should see it on a big screen. It's a great film.
It really is. I love
Absolutely.
it.
And actually, that film kind of took me a little bit by surprise.
It
Did it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, and
Oh,
I've seen
well,
it 3
there
times now, and I liked it actually better each time I saw it.
I'm sure.
And it's Dakota Fanning, amazing
Yes.
actress, and she's so good in this, as is Toni Collette.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll if you're in the autism community in Los Angeles, you'll see some very familiar faces in this film.
From the Miracle Project.
And
We're
it's
so proud.
and Elaine
Yes.
and after Please Stand By, we'll have a panel with Ben Lewin, the director, and Elaine Hall,
Yeah.
and several of the actors that are in the film.
Which is a fabulous thing. Some of them that are also some of these actors are featured in 2 films in the film festival because
Dominique Brown.
they're in Please Stand By and they're in
That's
some of the Spec Lab stuff. Okay.
That's right.
So then another shocker, at the 1 o'clock film, big film.
Well, let me set this up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. So we're honoring Sony Pictures Entertainment at this film festival.
For very good reasons.
For very good reasons. So Sony Pictures Entertainment has not 1, not 2, but 3 projects in this festival.
Huge project.
Big projects. So they're responsible for Roma J. Israel, the next film we're going to talk about, and The Good Doctor and Atypical.
Good doctor.
So they are, I would say that they deserve
They're
our
hitting it out
Spotlight
of the
Award.
park.
They're hitting it out of the park.
They
really
are.
I mean, it's incredible that one studio can produce 3 projects that have affected everyone, not just in the autism community, but in the
world.
general public.
And I said this to somebody yesterday because I was saying that they're honoring Sony, and I said, how this goes in studios, that somebody came in with a project and said, well, I'd like to do this thing, and it features a character who's on the autism spectrum, and that somebody else said, oh, you were already doing that.
Yeah.
You know that happened,
Yeah.
and that somehow they pushed through that numerous times.
Well,
you gotta love it.
And you know what? That is why they need to be honored.
Absolutely.
Because
I agree.
you don't come in to you don't not do something because you've done
Exactly.
every story of autism is different.
That's right.
And autism is a part of our lives like like anything is. I mean it's
Absolutely.
it's a part of everyone's life.
Absolutely.
And it should touch on the majority of stories that we tell in life because
I agree.
And it doesn't have to be about autism. It just has to touch. on that.
Absolutely. I think Parenthood really started a trend there
It did.
because there was a character and there was a through line and that was a storyline, but it wasn't the whole thing.
Agreed.
And I
Agreed.
think it
was a component. The
Jason
bridge is
Tatum's the bridge.
The bridge is
created-
another one.
Yeah.
That where this character was obviously autistic
Right.
and.
But that wasn't the
But that wasn't the story, and it was.
But it was part
I
of
don't
it.
even
It
think it
was
was ever
the-
talked about.
Side
No,
stories.
but-
Side stories.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Side stories. Like
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and I don't think it was even talked about in the bridge. Really, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever defined.
And I loved part of it.
Yeah.
You know, and that was great.
Love it.
So, all right,
Roman J. Israel,
Esquire. That will show at
with
1
Denzel
o'clock with
Washington.
Denzel.
Yes,
And if you haven't seen that, come see it on the big screen.
that's right.
And then we're going to have fun, and we're going to
Yes.
highlight our 2 other honorees,
Yes,
which are Atypical,
which you know I love.
yeah, I love too. I mean, it's
Man.
incredible. And you know, Atypical, we have an incredible panel after Atypical. I don't know how we're going to keep it contained into the time that we have. It's really going to be hard. But Rabia Rashid is going to be there. Jennifer Jason Leigh is going to be there. Bridget Lundy Payne is going to be there, who plays the daughter.
Yes, such an amazing performance and well written.
Incredible. Keira Gilchrist is going to be there.
Who plays Sam?
Yes,
that you just love Sam.
Anthony,
Oh, my
and then
goodness.
3 actors who are autistic who are actually in the 2nd season of Atypical.
Right.
And that's something that we should talk about real quick. We have a little bit more time?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
already at noon and we're continuing
All right,
on.
we're continuing.
in
So
overtime.
it's just,
Right.
I'm just going to talk.
Extended show.
And you
Do
can
it.
give
Do
the,
it.
get the hook out.
Well, and I'd love to hear Kobe's opinion
Yeah,
on
no,
this
no,
too,
I know,
because you know
and we're going to
this
get
is
to
a
the
great
doctor
thing.
too in it.
Yes.
You know.
Yep, yep.
So three actors who are autistic: Anthony Hawkes, Layla Weiner, who actually is Ivor Weiner's daughter.
I did not realize that.
I didn't either, and he said, "I'm
How
going to be
funny.
there, and my daughter's going to be there."
How funny.
And then Nikki Gutman, who actually I met she performed at Light Up the Blues. So that they're going to be on the panel. Producer Mary Rolick is going to be on the panel. Seth Gordon, who is one of the
that's
original
huge.
directors
Seth-
from Atypical, and he's also a director for The Good Doctor.
And
Yes.
executive producer
And
on
executive
both of
producer
them.
on both shows.
Yeah.
And then David Finch is going to be there, and Michelle Dean, who's the autism consultant on Atypical. is gonna be there.
Amazing. That's
I
a
don't
big
know.
panel.
We're
That's
gonna
a lot
have
of
to-
chairs.
A lot of chairs, so we had to order extra chairs, but
Uh-huh.
that is something that no one should miss.
That is something that nobody should miss.